You're watching an interesting local show on Rogers TV and you want to know more. That's when you head to rogerstv.com. Our website provides more information about our programs, our hosts, our schedule, and about how you too can get involved with Rogers TV. Visit us online at rogerstv.com.
The opinions expressed in the following programs are those of the participants and do not necessarily reflect those of Rogers Cable or Rogers TV.
Welcome to Uxbridge Scugog Life. I'm your host, Jackie Hermans. So before I go into who's on the show, I'm going to leave you a little bit in suspense because I like to pull a card at the beginning of the show to give us some inspiration to assist us with the energy for the week. So today I pulled a card from my Akashic Tarot deck and I got the Birth card. So in this card, there is a mom holding a basket of flowers. She's in a meadow. Her two children, there's a little boy and a little girl walking towards her. There's also a little dog in the background. And in the background, there's some old ruins. So an old structure that was there, that was sacred. So now I'm going to go into the messages. It also looks like it is the beginning of the day with the sun starting to rise. So in essence, we are going through this rebirth. We have been in this process of letting go of the old, and we now have, it's like this new perception. So as we're going about our day, whether it has to do with our relationships, our career, our health, our financial abundance, we have this new perception that is giving us an opportunity to have different results. Notice how things or people have kind of been falling away or distancing themselves in some way, and trust in that new energy. With the dog there, that's unconditional love and playfulness. And so find that within you. Find that unconditional love for yourself to truly honor this beautiful uniqueness that you are. So you can go forward in life with the knowing that you and your uniqueness is perfection, because we don't have to be like everyone else, and people don't have to fully accept who we are, right? Except for the ones we're going to spend the most time with. And the flowers represent our blossoming, our own unique beauty. And the old ruins is like what we are leaving behind, the old patterns. So if you're interested in a one-on-one session with me too, you can check out my website, thejoyfulyogini.ca. Now let's talk about who is up on the show. Joel Mislick, the gluten-free guy. We are getting into holiday baking, and that will be super, super exciting. It's going to be one dough for 5 different cookie recipes. And then we're also talking to Jacob Moore of the Hemp Spot about how he got into it, the benefits of hemp, and also talk about some of those misconceptions. And then we have Michael Peters of Bravik Media Inc. talking about this awesome throwback country live show about the 70s, the 80s, and 90s. So please stick around. We'll be back with more on Uxbridge Scugog Life.
Knights of Columbus TV Bingo, 7 p.m. right here on Rogers TV. Buy your tickets from your local merchants for your chance to win up to $5,000 every Tuesday at 7 p.m. right here on Rogers TV.
Welcome back to Uxbridge Scugog Life. I have Joel Mislick in the house, the gluten-free guy, and I'm so excited to have you here because Joel equals baking.
It does equal baking. It equals fun. It equals simplicity, and I'm just happy to be here too.
Okay, well, I'm so happy for you to be here too. You said F-U-N, fun, and that is you wrapped up in this beautiful package. As soon as you walked in, I'm like, the fun has arrived.
Absolutely. I mean, you dress to impress.
Yeah, I
You
love
dress with
it.
what you want to make, and you just have fun with it. Because that's the whole point.
Yeah, I love it. You're definitely flowing with your passion because like you dress it, you vibrate joy, and you create awesomeness. I am so excited to talk about holiday baking.
Yes.
And
it's
this
the
is
time.
gluten-free.
It is.
Yeah, okay. So people might be starting to think about the baking exchanges or what am I going to make this year for when family's coming over?
So baking can be stressful. I mean, unexpected guests can be stressful, and cookie exchanges can be stressful because we are all busy. I mean, October went by so quick, and you know November's going to be just as quick.
Yeah. This is time to start thinking about it.
It is time to start thinking about it, and I thought, you know what? This is one recipe, which is amazing. It's just, you mix it in a bowl, and then you divide it into 5 different recipes, like 5 different doughs, and you add little things to change them up a little bit.
Okay, I already feel the stress in my belly going. I'm making up words. Belly going. Yeah. 5 cookies.
Yeah.
5 different types of cookies
With one dough.
With one dough.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So, for instance, I mean, we've got the gingerbread people here, and I like being like neutral. And it's not gingerbread men, it's not gingerbread women, it's just
non-binary
gingerbread people. Yeah,
gingerbread
exactly.
people.
The gingerbread people.
Okay.
And
Okay, so what extra do you throw into the gingerbread people?
So the gingerbread people, I put in ground ginger, ground cinnamon, a little bit of cocoa to add a bit of color, and a little bit more Frankie's gluten-free all-purpose flour, because it is a gluten-free cookie.
Yeah.
And that's it. I've got the Jammy Dodgers, which are like Peak Freens.
I love the jam in the middle cookies. Okay.
Yeah. And I've given them a little bit of a twist. So I've taken oat flour, which makes them more a little bit like a digestive cookie. So, which are really good on their own anyway.
Digestive cookies, yeah.
So you've got that with a little bit more flour, and then you've got the shortbread style, which is the white one way over here. And
okay, first the shortbread style. I love how you did stars.
Yeah.
And with all the sprinkles on it. Can I ask you how? Well, let's talk icing.
yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
How did you get that icing so perfect that it's not sloppy coming off of the edges? How do you do that?
So it's a royal icing, and
Okay.
it's the term is called flooding, and I
Okay.
flooded the cookie. So what you're doing is you're taking the cookie, and you're piping an edge with like a number 4 tip on it, and you're just going around the outside edge, and that's going to set up, and that's going to create your little wall for icing, and then you take the rest of the icing, you fill in the rest, and it just sort of smooths out and becomes this nice, smooth, glossy finish.
Oh, okay,
and it's
nice.
really nice.
I just learned so much just right there. First of all, flooding. I didn't know that was associated with cooking at all.
Yeah.
And then number 4 tip, when I think number 4, number 3, I think of a razor. Okay, so I've just learned so much. Like, okay. So people at home who are bakers would be like,
What's she talking about?
Yeah, she does not know
you
how to
don't
bake.
sound like a
obviously.
baker,
No,
but
that's
you can
right.
see the passion in you.
Yes,
And
and the playfulness.
absolutely.
If I am going to bake, it's going to be fun.
Yeah, absolutely. So on my channel and on the show that I have that on Gluten Free Guy,
Yes.
I show you how to make cookies and how to make things simple and how to really explore your creative side of making things. And
Okay.
hopefully I infuse a little bit of inspiration with you to do that.
Yes, absolutely. So I'm so glad you mentioned that. So Joel has his own show on Rogers TV, the Gluten Free Guy. Is it
Yes.
the Gluten Free Guy or Gluten Free Guy?
I think it's just Gluten Free Guy.
Gluten Free Guy. Okay, I think. Yeah, so you can get tips of how to create all this, but the main thing is starting with a great gluten-free flour.
It is.
Now you happen to sell that.
I do happen to sell
Yes?
gluten-free flour, and it is
Okay.
really awesome. All of the reviews that we're getting they're great, and it's Frankie's gluten-free all-purpose flour. And so if you don't want to bake, we'll also make the cookies. So
Okay,
come December.
Oh, anyone who has stress about this time of year, did that just decompress like right there? He'll do it for you.
So these are simple. I mean, this took me like an hour and a half from start to finish, and that included the cooling time where I'm watching Uxbridge Scugog Life while they're cooling.
Yeah, of course.
But I mean, we are all busy, and sometimes when push comes to shove, I don't have time to make cookies, or I don't have time to get that beautiful box of shortbread done. So I would just go on the Frankie's website and I would order the Christmas baked goods, and I'd have them delivered right to my door.
Oh, so you deliver right to people's doors?
Yeah.
Okay, that's amazing. So you'll deliver this. He actually
Maybe not
delivered.
in this format, but
Okay. Yes, you can set it on your own platter.
yes, yeah.
By the way, the pumpkin pie that you made for me and my family for Thanksgiving, the
You enjoyed
gluten-free
it?
pumpkin pie was absolutely delicious.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay, so if people want to order,
Mm-hmm.
whether it's some baking or whether it's the gluten-free flour, what's
Yeah.
the best way of doing that?
So they can go on to glutenfreefrankies.com
Okay.
and order the flour if they live within the GTA, so that's Uxbridge and Port Perry
Yeah.
area. I would recommend creating an account and select local shopping group. And that's going to open up like all of our cookies and all of our pies and all of the fresh baked goods. But if you're in the more creative side and you want to make these, which I would encourage everyone to make these,
Yes.
glutenfreeguy.ca will give you all the recipes and tips. There's videos and links and all kinds of inspo in there just to help guide you into your holiday festivities.
Love it. Okay, so make sure you check out Joel on Rogers TV, gluten-free guy, and I need to try one of them.
Absolutely.
I
Which
have to
one?
go for a jam one.
Absolutely.
Oh, there's even a little heart. You have a little heart. Okay, thank you so much for being on the show, Joel. We'll be back with more on Uxbridge Scugog Life.
Every year, dozens of Canadians are killed or seriously injured because they take risks around railway tracks. Talk to your loved ones about rail safety. Visit stoptracktragedies.ca.
Welcome back to Uxbridge Scugog Life. I have Jacob Moore in the house, and his company is called The Hemp Spot. Now, I've had the pleasure of getting to know Jacob, being involved with the Uxbridge Farmers Market and the Whitby Farmers Market. He is involved with a ton of farmers markets, selling his own unique hemp products. So welcome to the show, Jacob.
Thank you for having me, Jackie.
So why hemp? Why did you start a business selling hemp products?
It's a good question. For me, how it started was I got slowly diagnosed with an autoimmune disease. So when that happened, I started looking for my own kind of healthier food products, healthier protein, and then I was looking for like natural pain products just out and around, and I came across from some farmer in like, I believe it was Manitoba. They were doing their own pain sticks. So I didn't even know what hemp was, I just bought them, and they were amazing. Then something popped up and I saw hemp seed hearts and thought, oh, it's the same thing. Bought them, loved them, and it was just a slow climb from there. Every kind of product I find, I loved.
Nice. So then you wanted to, so obviously you were having some benefits from eating these products, using the products, so you wanted to spread the healings, spread the joy.
Once I found out like how much I was loving all the products I was trying, I started looking for them locally and couldn't find anything anywhere back in the day. This is like 8 years ago now. I couldn't find much, only online a little. So something at one point sparked in my brain, like maybe I could do my own products like this, and just, it was a slow build from there.
Oh, really nice.
Yeah.
So now hemp is different from marijuana.
Yes.
Okay, so
yes.
what's the difference?
This is how I explain it at the farmer markets.
Okay.
Is I like to say, technically, marijuana and hemp are in the same family, but it's like you and your cousin. You're in the same family, but you're two completely different people. So hemp can't get you high. It doesn't do anything that marijuana does. Back in the day, it was more for growing, like they would use papers, ropes on all the sailboats, and even like toilet paper and stuff could be made from hemp. That's what it was used for back in the day.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, if you were to go to a hemp farm, is it gonna look different from a marijuana farm?
Yeah, like to me, absolutely. Some people might say some of the leaves might look kind of similar, but the difference is kind of big. We'll say the hemp plant can be about 25 feet tall, so it's very tall, more like a tree than like a bush or like a small little plant. It's a very tall plant. I'd say a thick stem with little leaves and branches. So visually it would look quite different if you know what you're looking at.
Okay, I'm sure at the farmer markets you get a lot of I don't know, a lot of misconceptions.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
About what hemp is and what marijuana is. And
Absolutely.
do you find some people at the markets or wherever like, oh, I can't believe you're working with marijuana?
Yeah, honestly, yeah, that happened.
Yeah.
I would say that's about half my job is education,
Okay.
but I got into that knowing this, so I like doing that.
Yeah.
We will have some, parents pull kids away from my booth, but when I see that if they're willing to engage, I talk with the parents and let them know it's not what you're thinking. The hemp seed oil that they see is just like a vegan version of fish oil. So it's really everything you see on my table is either hemp seed hearts or like a vegan version of fish oil has been used throughout it. That's like the
okay.
best way I tell the parents.
Now, what I have overheard, being that I'm beside you
Yeah.
at the Uxbridge market, the pain stick. I've heard people coming to, it activates right away. It feels so good. I can't do without it. And they
Thank
come
you.
to get more sticks from you.
Yep.
So why is it so effective? Like what?
Yeah, it's an amazing product. Like, thank you for noticing too. A lot of people
Well,
are
I bought
liking
one of the
them.
sticks as well.
Well, thank you. What I believe, what makes them work is, yes, we add menthol crystals, which is like a numbing agent, arnica oil, different natural ingredients, but the hemp seed oil, it helps open up your skin's pores. So it lets all the other ingredients kind of absorb quicker and deeper, faster. It just soaks in and lasts. I believe that's a little trick. Instead of using like coconut oil, it'll clog the pores. Hemp seed oil opens them up. So
Okay.
then the good ingredients are getting deeper into you.
Okay, I want to talk about your hemp hearts. So
Yep.
I like using hemp hearts, and I've used them in like protein balls. I
Yep.
throw them in my shake. Some people put oats in their shake. I like putting hemp hearts in the shake.
Good job.
What other uses do you have for your hemp hearts?
Yeah, the hemp hearts are amazing. They're a lot like chia seeds or flax seeds. So you can
Okay.
put them on like smoothies, protein shakes, yogurt, granola, oatmeal, salad, cereals, dips, marinades, breads. People do baked goods.
And what are some of the benefits of the hemp hearts?
There's a lot, but the main benefits is they're really high in like plant-based protein, iron, magnesium, zinc, fiber, omegas. It keeps
Yeah.
going on. A lot of
Yeah.
good stuff.
Okay. Now, I think it's also really cool that you have expanded what you make to not only humans, but to their pets.
Exactly, yes.
So you have doggy treats?
Yeah, we have I have a few, it's small, but I have maybe like 4 products for dogs. We got like a dry shampoo where you don't need water. We have like I call it sniff and shake, but it's a nose and paw balm for their nose and paws if it's dried or cracked. The dog treats that are really good for like anxiety and pain and inflammation for them
Wow.
too. Yeah.
So even dogs who get nervous when their owners are away, like separation anxiety and stuff, you can give them a
Exactly.
treat before you go, and it can help to soothe and calm them.
Yeah, there's a thing called CBD oil out there, and that's what's used in the treats. That'll help them calm them down for anxiety, inflammation, separation anxiety,
Okay.
thunder shakes.
Okay. Okay, so now that the farmer market season has been like coming down to a close, it's more holiday markets that are going on.
Yeah.
So where can people get your products now?
Yeah, in person. We actually, on our website, we have a section called events, and there we list all the events we're going to. But briefly, I can say, like, every Sunday we'll be at the Uxbridge Farmers Market that's moved indoors, and then every Saturday is kind of a different event. And then I have a few different ones throughout the week, but not many.
Okay, so where's the best place that people can get a hold of you to find out where you are?
Uxbridge Farmers. Oh, where they can find me.
Okay, so Uxbridge Farmers Market between 10 and
best.
3 at the arena.
That's the best.
Okay, and then your Instagram?
Exactly. If you wanted to like message me at home or whatever, Instagram, the Hemp Spot CA. That's like the best way, or my website too. You can message me.
Okay, amazing. Well, it was so great to have you on the show. I hear
course.
you all day at the markets, educating and everything. So it was really nice that you were able to educate the viewers of Uxbridge Scugog Life.
Thank you for letting me. So thank you.
Well, we'll be back with more on Uxbridge Scugog Life.
Do you like movies? You do? What a coincidence, because I host a show called Cinema Scene, which features movie reviews and interviews. It's the big screen on the small screen with Cinema Scene.
Color party, by the left, quick, march!
Welcome back to Uxbridge Scugog Life. I have Michael Peters in the house, who is the artistic director and producer of an upcoming country music show called Throwback Country Live that's taking place at the Uxbridge Music Hall coming up on Saturday, November 30th. Michael, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
So, your company is called Bravik Media Inc.
That's correct.
Correct? So,
Yep.
This is an exciting show that you have planned. I take it you have a passion for country music.
Well, it's been in my life, both as a performer and an industry person, for close to 40 years now. So a lot of this that we wrote, the actual show about, is based on a lot of my personal experiences as well. And it's just really a testament and an anthology of that best country from the 70s, 80s, and 90s. Sometimes forgotten today, but we're bringing it back.
So 70s, 80s, and 90s. So this is the throwback to not only the music, but I also understand special, like whatever was important for those different eras.
We have a video element that's kind of unique with the show. It's not, it's not a typical tribute show. It's a little more engaging with the video side of it as well. Full 8-piece band backing up our 4 performers, but with every song that's being performed, we have a really unique video aspect to it that has a lot of those memories we bring up as well during the show, which is, it's kind of cool.
When you were developing this show, and obviously you would be going back through those memories, was it not only nostalgic but also healing in a way to revisit all that?
Yeah, it was, I would say, comforting.
Okay.
It was a time where, as a young adult, and going through your aspirations in life, there was so many influences back then. It was a different time. Mm-hmm. Whether it be, we're very fortunate at my age to have experienced 3 to 4 wonderful decades of music, very original music, and songs and stories that really stick with you today. Like, they stand the test of time. So, yeah, the influence on writing this was really based a lot on that as well, and it brings me back, that's for sure.
That's amazing. Yeah. Now, you chose 4 up-and-coming country music singers for this performance. Where did that inspiration come from? Why were they chosen? Yeah. Why up-and-coming?
I think what I really, really enjoy about this is the fact that some of the younger people, and I'll give you an example, my 20-year-old nephew is a very traditional country lover. And he's basically said, there was some great music from back then at 20 years old. What I was finding from that is that there's a lot of younger generation that are now rediscovering that music. These 4 artists that are part of the show are, again, in their late 20s, early 30s, but they all are kind of, I'll use the term old souls, and they love this music. So it was not only the talent that's there, but it was an easy fit for me to say, you guys get it. You love it and you get it. And I wanted fresh faces to be able to let other people know at that age there was some great music back then. So we're excited about having them all.
And I think it would be nice to really experience the renewed passion for these oldies, right?
I think so, yeah.
So who are these artists? You have 2 females and 2 males.
Yeah, so we have for better lack of a term, we have two females, 1 contemporary, 1 a little bit more traditional, and 2 males, same thing, 1 a little bit more contemporary and 1 more traditional, because the music, again, throughout those decades all evolved. And when you're doing a song by, we'll say, Loretta Lynn in the 70s, that's going to be a lot more traditional than Martina McBride in the 90s. So I needed that different, variation of vocalists to do that. The 2 girls are Emily Power. She's doing a little bit more of the traditional stuff. And Rachel Jeans, who is a local girl, I think she's quite well known in this area. She's doing most of the contemporary. The 2 males are Jason Mercer, he's more of the contemporary artist out of London, and Kevin Parrish, who's just down by the Big Apple, not too far away, and he's a bit more traditional. But they all love this music. They love these eras, and they knock it out of the park, so we're excited.
That is so exciting. You must, with you creating this show, and now it's getting close to the actual show date, I can just imagine that energy and that excitement just building within you.
There's a lot, there's a lot to put together to make a show like this, happen and go relatively smoothly. But I've got a great team with me, not only the singers themselves, but some support group from the industry that are helping out with this. And most importantly, again, not taking anything away from the 4 front singers, but I have the 8-piece band I have backing these people up are all both Canadian Country Music Association and Ontario Country Music Association either nominees or winners in their own category. So they're solid musicians.
Yeah.
They've been around the block and they nail this stuff. It's very, very exciting.
Oh, wow. So the show is going to be jam-packed with talent, nostalgia, fun,
lots
great
of memories.
Music, lots of memories. Okay, so it is on Saturday, November the 30th?
Correct.
And where do people get tickets?
Easiest place to go is to the Uxbridge Music Hall website. That's uxbridgemusichall.com. And you'll see the picture and the explanation of the show on there, and you click for tickets, and away you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what I love is that the music hall, all of the seats are fabulous.
They are.
Whether you're main floor, whether you're upstairs. Yeah.
Yeah, and the sound's amazing. We've done some preliminary work with the team there. They've been wonderful to work with, Joanne and Joel and the crew there. So we're very thankful and excited. We have a wonderful host even for the evening that's coming in who's got a lot of hosting in the country music circles experience.
Yeah.
So that'll be a really nice element too as well.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much. I'm so glad to have you on the show. All right, so make sure you get your tickets from the Uxbridge Music Hall. Thank you so much for watching Uxbridge Scugog Life. We'll be back with more next week with a whole lot of entertainment and education for you. We'll see you then. Bye.
Connect with us by visiting our website or email us at comments@rogerstv.com.